Okay, welcome back. Here we are on the tester map. We're doing things a little bit backwards on this one, just because I got the sheep pen set up, and that was actually set up on our main lot, and it was a lucky first try, I think. Or not, I think. I know it was. It worked out. I ended up doing some stuff, doing some plan, and things worked out. So usually the way I do my process is I go into the tester map here where we've got our millions and we can do what we want, how we want, no worries. And I just kind of play around until something works. However, I just tried something, and what I ended up trying in the main game, or sorry, in the main farm, was I was in my animals and I was just playing around because I wanted to start the sheep, and I liked this one because it worked into my idea. If you've seen episode 6, then you know what my idea is already. But it worked into it really well, I feel. But I just wanted to find a place to put it. However, then I found this little spot where, yeah, there it is. Where even without free mode, it allows you to place it. So with a little bit of finagling, and if I place it down here, and now the problem is once I place it, I got to set up my excuse me, I got to set up my fence. And that in itself is, there's going to be some problems and stuff that I ran into. And that's why we're doing this. I just want to show you. But I also had a little idea of how to place it in. So I just wanted to show you folks how my process works and what I wanted to do. Now, I did find that little spot that did let you. And if we do it, so if we slap that down, we put that down right there. What the problem is that customize the sheep pen? No, not right now, because we're just showing you right now. So no, no, there it is. See how it cuts right into the road. So in order to push it forward, you can't really do it. So I wanted to get it a little bit more. Obviously, if you've seen the episode, you'll see where I put it. But I wanted to get it more in the way where this road is still intact, but this stays a little bit more, or gets pushed a little bit more in. And by doing that, okay, so let's just reset here and we will start over. One sec. So again, this is where we exit, reload, and we're going to basically figure out. Yeah, so here we go. All right, and we're back. Okay, so from here, my ideas were I could either cut this tree down, I can chop it up, we can move it around. But what I wanted to do was just kind of eliminate this little spot right here because I figure I don't know how much traffic we're going to be getting up this way, and we can still use this intersection, so to speak. So what I wanted to do was just kind of tuck it into here. Now, in order to do that, we had to kind of get a good spot to start. So again, when it comes to landscaping, you always want to get your start transition, right? So we're going to get our level, and if I went up here, so if I put the pen too far up, I found it was too much of a steep slope at the front. So what I wanted to do is just kind of set it in the middle of where you can see where my main farm is level there, and then we've got the road level down here. So I kind of thought like right where the road starts about right here is where I started my level. And I just kind of start right off to the side, right about there. And then we just kind of work it up and in. And not too close to the road. I just want to get a little roughness into it just to see what we can manage, because there's also the restrictions with the trees, and there's lots of restrictions. So this is kind of what I want to do, and what I usually do, I should say, and what I want to take you all with me on, because there's problems I ran into, there was issues I fumbled my way with, and then there was times where I found little tricks. So we're just going to level up an area here, and what I did was my idea was to have the pen kind of come in towards the trees a bit, and then have a little ramp. I'm just taking off the level right now. So I'm just going to have a little ramp this way to get into the back, because this side right here is where you're going to get your wool and your milk, depending on if you have goats in there or not. And then it also will, it will also have the spot where you dump your grass. So I know there is problems with the sheep pen, the one that I'm showing. Now, if you use loose grass or loose hay, I've been able to get feed into it. However, the bales, I'm still struggling with the bales. So that's we'll get there in a second. So, like I said, this is where I was kind of hoping to have my little transition right here. So I just kind of leveled out a little spot here, kind of got it close to the road, but I still want to leave that road intact. And then now, just to get a guesstimate, we right now we're guessing, right? So we're just going to back out. We're going to go back to our sheep pen. Ooh, too far. There we go. Oh, that is a cow pen. Okay. Sheep. There we go. So now I just want to see where, because where we have, we had it about here. That's not too bad. So now we want to have it a little bit out to the left there. You can see it's overhanging a bit. And now, okay, so we want our free mode on, and yeah, we want our snapping on. So our snapping cannot place fence here. Oh, yeah, oh, I think, yes, that's right. So it's right about there. Okay, so now we can see where we have the little spot that's there. I know looking at the fence, it looks horrible, but trust me, trust me. So you have that little spot there. You're going to have your pallets and a little spot where you're going to put your feed. And then to the left there, you can see where our building still overhangs a bit. So now just kind of, I hate when spinning the camera how it moves, but getting back here about this area, you can see we're pretty good for the access to the sheep, or to the, to the animal icon. So we can still make a nice little slope there. So we're going to back this out. We're going to go back to our level. And I'm going to get our known good back onto our known good, hold X, and then we're just going to push this. Oh, area's restricted. Of course it's restricted. So we're just going to push this out a little bit there. And then we're going to just kind of out. Oh, we don't need that much. That's too much in the front. But that's okay. So we're going to back out. Back to our sheep. Now, go right about, there it is. So right about there, snapping is, sorry, there we go. Free mode is on now. So we could go there. That's a little, cannot place sense. Oh, there we go. So it looks like the building's decent there. Okay, let's get in. This is where it's going to be. Oh, I hate the trees. Bear with me. Oh my God. Come on. Bear with me here. Oh, gee. There. Oh. Okay, we're gonna guesstimate because I think it was about. So it'll be. You know, this is gonna be a good opportunity. It'll be a good way to show you how landscaping and decoration can sometimes hide stuff. Okay, so right about there. So about there, pretty decent. I think it was. Yeah, we were way far back. So right about there. That's there, so that's not too bad. Now what we can do, again, we're not placing just yet, or what we could do, okay, so let's place no and no. Now we're just going to hit the back button once. Do not exit the menu, or else it's going to cost you. Okay, so we have we can soften that. We can smooth that out for sure. And then we can get in here. Oh, you know what? Not bad. Stupid trees. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is doable. And then all we have to do is just soften up the front. Okay, so from here, we're going to select it. See, now we haven't left the menus, so it's still 48,000. So we can sell it to get all of our money back. And we didn't place a fence. So we'll get there to the fence, but don't worry. So now we know that this section's good. So if we wanted to, what we could do... We're getting ahead of myself here. Okay, let's get this ramp in here. You're gonna grab our. Now this one's gonna be a little bit tough. We want a ramp, but we don't want a crazy steep ramp. So we're gonna go to slope. We're gonna go right about there, and we're gonna set that slope target point, hit that square, and then we're gonna go back to about here. Hold at 17% grade. Ooh. So now we're just going to slide it on up nice and easy. There we go. Okay, so because that tree won't let us... There we go, not too bad. So that's okay. We went a little bit low there, but this is where the soften comes in. Now we're just going to go back to our softening. And then right around that little bump there. And we can just, Again, a little bit around the tree. It won't let you go too close. Soften this up, and then we're going to oh, okay. Oh, that tree's bumping into us a bit. So there we go. We're sideways. Soften this up a bit. Okay. Now we want our entranceway to be right about there. So we want to soften. Oh, see, now that's bringing it up. So let's go back to level. Let's get our known good back here. Let's bring it forward. There we go. And then right about there, maybe? Oof. Okay, hold on. Let's see, bear with me. Now we're just going to soften this. There we go. And then we want to soften the front because we know that we don't need it crazy hilly right there. You know what? Then we can from here. I think that's pretty decent. So just a quick little test because we haven't spent the money on the pen yet. Again, it's not. Ooh. Okay, we're definitely going to try to soften that little bump there. Right? Okay, so transition-wise, because it's going to be. Ooh, that's already not too bad. Look at that. So it's just going to be a quick little zip in to grab your stuff right here. It's a little bit of a bump there. I think I have that in my farm, actually, so I think I do have that little bump there. Not too bad. And then when it comes to... Oh, we forgot to soften the top of that. So we're just going to soften up here. There we go. So we're going to bring that back to the... Hopefully, it's very close to the way it was. And bring this up and in here. Not too bad at all. Okay. Ooh, I like it. I like it. So now, from here, we're going to take care of that ungodly pump right there. Okay, so soften. There we go. All right, so that's softened up a little bit. Now what we should be able to do is should be able to test fit again. Back out of here. Let's see. Sheep. Pens snapping is on. Free mode is on. Oh, I had it. There we go. So about 48,000, and we were, I'd say about there. I think it was about there. You know what? We're going to go in a little bit. So, do you want to customize sheep barn? Yes. Now, this is where it's going to be, we're going to change topics a little bit. We'll get back to the sheep barn, but now when it comes to the fence, I found little tricks here that I'm going to show you about this whole area restricted junk. And when it comes to this little inlet, so now what we have is because we have our little driveway there, and because we have our little road tire marks there, what we're going to do is we're just going to set down our fence around those tire marks. Now, word of warning when it comes to setting down the fence, now that there is an option for you to delete last segment. So if I set any length of segment right there, the last segment, if I click my, what does it say here, L3, R3, sorry, click R3, that deletes that last section. Now the word of warning, again, it's going to cost me $866 to place that. If I say delete that, I lose that $866. I don't get that back. So just be forewarned. And also, too, maybe when placing, because what I tried and what I did lose in the main farm a little bit through the testing, but that was okay. I had to eat a couple $1,000. I think it was almost 10 because what I did was I did this. I brought it all the way down to about here, and it was about $7,800. I said, yep, we're going to place that. And then I was doing some testing up here, and I clicked R3, and pacoop. All gone. And I lost it. And you're not getting that back. So just word of warning when you are placing the fence, but if I were to place it, like let's say I place it that section, then I went there, and then I went there, and then I went there, and then I went there. Now if I say, okay, remove last segment, it only does the last section, right? So if you're unsure about where to go, if you're starting to get into an area where you're like, I'm not too sure, just a word of warning, go in small sections. And it may be tedious, but if you make a mistake, it's not like you're going to lose 10 grand in one fell swoop. like I did, or more, right? So, okay, so now let's just back out here. So, with that being said, when it comes to these pasture fences, and I'm sure it's probably the same with most placement and fencing, there is all this area restricted stuff. Now, I have noticed that trees have areas restricted, but it's an area around them. So, the way I did my pen on the original farm, excuse me, yeah, see where this is where it's weird because you have area restricted right here. I can't go. Here we go. So it brought me back a bit. I can't go. Land is not owned, area restricted. Land is not owned, area restricted. So this is where it's weird because see how I've worked the fence upwards. So now if we back down a bunch of sections, like okay, so we're just going to go right down to the end here. So right down to the end, if I follow a straight line, I can get, as we've seen, I can get all the way down to this area. So it's kind of weird how the area restrictions work, and it's not, from what I've tested, what I've been able to figure out. It's not necessarily a circle or a square or anything. It's just I haven't been able to find out. The reason why is because I can do this. I can get past certain points. Where the first area that I tried was I went here and I was trying to get up and around this tree. I thought, oh, this would be great if I can get up and around this tree. However, area is restricted and its land is not owned by you. And the problem is if I were to purchase this land, it still has that little section in between that's open that doesn't allow you. But I can get close to the tree. This is what confuses me a bit. So I can get close to the tree, but I just cannot get past the tree. So it boggles my mind. So I can get closer to it, but for some reason I can't get past it. So if I go back down, let's just back this all the way out. So then what I ended up doing was I went about here, and then I just did a little circle in front of it. Now you can get past it, and then once we go here again, we can't go on the other side, but we can go around here. And this one you can get fairly close where it says area is restricted. But if I place it and then I go past it, now it's letting me do it. So it's again kind of weird where I see how now I can get around it. But if I go too close, land is not owned, area collide, see area is restricted. But I can kind of get around it. So now it does let you go. Now this is where I own the land. I can get it all the way down to about here. Now, where are we here? Okay, so we're getting close. So now we're almost to the end where we have an area restricted. We have area restricted. And if I were to, basically if I were to try anywhere, it's areas restricted. However, I'm close enough, or maybe it does it from way far over there too if I want. We shall try here momentarily. But it almost like it allows me to default back to the pen. So even though I get close and even though I get close, like I can let's try. Can we get up here? Can we get up here? So if we can put it see, this is if we can put it right there. And then we try to stretch it over. Oh, see? There. Oh, see there? Now it says collides because we are literally going through the tree. Okay, that will not work. But what if we... And it's not owned by you. Oh, there we go. So we can put it down a little bit closer. And then we can see if we can default. Well, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, see, it's like, oh, it's so finicky. It's so finicky. So I think maybe the tree itself, because that was too far. Because the way I did it, I was about there, and then it was able to, there it is. So 24:35. So then I say, yes, boom. Do you want to plant the sheep meadow? Yes, I do. Right? Done. There we go. So now we have our sheep meadow. Then we have our trees included, as well as we have the trees inside and outside. Now, that's with trees that are actually already placed. Now, I'll get to that in one quick second here. We'll show you now. From here, it was just a quick decoration, obviously, just slap up some fences, which we'll just do here real quick because I know there was, again, some placement issues, and it's because excuse me, you're too close to the pen. So we're going to grab our brown fence here real quick. Alrighty. So then we went to, there's about there. Oh, gee, that was a little, right about there. Nope, still too, there we go. Okay, so right about there. Pop that down. We went there. We went right there. And then we had no fence going down. And there we go. And then from there, you can just paint in your roads. And what I like to do is, again, the old decoration, right? So from there is like we paint in on the roads, paint in all the basically area, the bushes, the trees, what have you. Put any lighting up that you want. And that's how you can get that puppy right there. Okay, stop. Now, real quick, I just want to show everybody while we're here, and this is down real quick. So now in the pens, you'll notice, okay, where are we? There we go. Sheep. This pen, bottom left there, it says it holds 26 sheep or goat. However, because we did a customizable pasture, if we go to our sheep, there is no animal. Okay, so let's slap some animals in there. Because it does give us, hey, there we go, sheep barn. Now we can fit 38. So it does actually matter depending on the size of the pasture. If you make a bigger pasture, there you go, you can fit bigger. Also, with that being said, while I was doing some testing and with that as well when it comes to the trees. So when it comes to the pastures, let's say you wanted to decorate the pasture, you can if you do it first. So what you have to do is you have to put it all down first. So let's say certain things work, certain things don't. Trees wise, let's say we're going to grab our, let's start with trees. And I'm going to grab one of these, slap that down there. We'll grab one of these, slap that down, and it doesn't really matter which, really, right? So we're just going to slap one of those down. Any kind of tree, you can put that down. Now, what it doesn't like is the plants. You can put plants down all you want, and the plants will reset. So it doesn't matter what kind of grass, plant, bush, what have you, that won't work. Now, the one thing I haven't actually tried yet, and it wasn't until after I put it down, is the painting. What I don't know is if we were to put, so it's like, here's some dirt, and we got some forest right there. Let's put some rock down right there. Let's put some stone down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, stone down. Now, what I'm thinking is if you do, maybe you could pre-paint the meadow too, right? You could put a little bit of touch of grass, a little bit touch of dirt, animal mud, that sort of stuff, and then have the meadow grass come up through. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. Now, what I'm also thinking is decoration-wise. Eventually, I'm hoping that we have some pretty awesome decoration mods coming out, but let's just try it for now. So let's just slap a couple pallets down. There we go. And some tire stacks. And these are all mods that are on the mod hub right now. The farm decoration pack is that one. It was the tires. It looks like tires, tire stacks, and pallets. It's like a field drainage shaft. What do we got there? Boom. Oh, there we go. Interesting. So let's say we slap that down. Now, again, it doesn't like bushes. I know those are going to go away. The trees will also go away. So I tried it out with sheep already. Let's do cows this time. Why not? Oh, and let's get in the right menu. So we're going to do cows. We'll just do this one because there we go. So right about there. Yes, we do. Where are we starting? We're starting there. All right, so we're going to go way out here. Out here. Boom. Boom. Now again, we get in with the trees. You get close, areas restricted, but you can go around them, right? So we're gonna zip around them, back to here. Boom. Do you want to create the meadow? Yes, we do. We back out. Now, ooh, the paint's gone too. Darn, darn. But decoration's still there. This is going to be fun. All right. Well, again, thank you all for joining. I wanted to apologize for I didn't really show you. Usually I do the testing first and figure this stuff out first, and then we put it into the main farm. But I did just got lucky when I was playing around. But this is some stuff to play around with, and eventually, hopefully, maybe we can have some ideas of maybe seeing if we can put gates in there. But we'll figure that out another time. Again, thank you all for joining. Thanks for watching, and we will see you all soon.